Okay, so our Elasticsearch server is running and the Xpack has been installed. Let's now start Kibana server by simply clicking, by going to Kibana and then bin, and by double clicking kibana.bat. If I double click this, it starts Kibana server for me, and Kibana can be accessed by if it is localhost, its port number is 5601. So I can go here, localhost 5601. First, let me see if Kibana has started. Okay, if I press enter now, since Kibana has not started, it will not get it. But once Kibana starts, it will ask us for the user credentials, and so it also show Kibana logo. Okay, now it is ready. If I refresh this, it asks me for username and password, and as shown here, the default username is Elastic and the default password is change me. So we provide this username and password here and log in. Okay, now we have logged into Kibana. There is another thing that we have to do. We have to go to Logstash. Where is I have Logstash here. I have to go to Logstash bin. So in here, what I do is start command prompt and go to here. Then I have to run this. I have to run this configuration. So what it is going to do is it is going to take the data from this path, apply this kind of changes, modifications, and import it to Elasticsearch. And the index name will be NYC311 calls. By the way, the Elastic website has very nice documentation on all of them, so you can go here and search different have lots of webinars, videos, and documentation. So if you are interested, you can explore, you can learn it quickly, because there are very nice tutorials and very nice documentation and webinars. So okay, so here the output will be NYC311 calls is the index, and I have provided here the user and password for Xpack. Okay, so how do I do that? I simply go to bin, logstash bin, then logstash -f, then provide the full path to my logstash configuration. In my case, it is in tutorials NYC calls, and it is this one. So if I press enter now, it is going to show me that it starts ingesting the data to Elasticsearch, and it shows me also on this command prompt, it shows the data that is being imported. I have already imported the data. Since it is a relatively large volume data, it takes quite some time, so I will not import it again. But if you are interested, and since you have the Logstash configuration on my GitHub account, you can download it and play with it. You can download the data from the NYC website, and you have the Logstash configuration and Elasticsearch and the Kibana. I have shown the installation, and they are free to use, so anybody can try it and quickly learn it. Okay, so once the data is ingested, what we have to do is we have to tell, okay, by the way, also in addition to running this configuration, we have also to run this in Kibana. What we do is, if we go to Kibana here, I have Kibana here. My Kibana will looks different from a fresh installation because I have been working with it. You can go to DevTools, then let me remove all of this. Here you run this template. So this template, what it is telling it is if there is an index with NYC311 colors, understand the location hash as geopoint data type. So I just simply run it. Now my data, when I ingest my data using this log stash configuration, the latitude and longitude will be understood as geographic location information. And here we have changed the date column to appropriate the date type, and we can now go to Elasticsearch and create visualizations. The first thing we do is we go to management and create an index. So we index it here, create index pattern, and put the index name here. Our index name is NYC311 calls, and we are indexing it here. Then it asks us if it has a time column, time field. Yes, it has, and the time field is date, because I have changed the created date here to date, so that is why it has detected it. So create index. Now it has created the index, and I can go to discover and see in the discover, let me change it to NYC311 calls. And one tricky thing here it is looking for data in the last 15 minutes, but the date column, I downloaded the data yesterday. So here what we are going to do is go here and change it. The data, it starts from 2010 01 to the present. So now if I press go, it is searching the data and it will show us what the data looks like. I can go here and expand this. If I expand this, I can see the different fields here. Date, as you can see, T here is text, and this clock sign symbol is, it shows as this field is date. And let's search location. Where is it? Okay, location, it is here. So let me add it. Location, as you see, we have it here, and it has a globe symbol, and it is put in this format. So we have our data here. We can visualize it in, if you want to quickly, we can create a table. For example, you can select specific fields from here, CD, and what else? Maybe date, descriptor, what kind of complaint it was, and location. Once I select specific certain fields, when I collapse this, I see the selected fields in tabular format like this. Okay, now we can go to visualize and create different visualizations. To create a visualization, I first press this one, add, create new visualization. We can create different kinds of visuals, including area chart, heat map, horizontal and vertical bar, line chart, pie chart, and so on. We can also create a map and word cloud, here shown tag cloud. So first let's create a map, for example, because we have latitude and longitude information. When we click that, we select the index that we want to use. We have different indices here that I have been using. For now we are working with this one, NYC311 colors. So here what I do is I want to just show count. That's a count of number of requests, and I have to select the bucket type. This is like the field that I have to use. So it is geo hash and the field is location. When I apply this, it creates, like, since it is for New York, basically it is in here. I can zoom to the data. Okay, so it is here. I can zoom in and zoom out. So these are the different requests. Okay, can adjust it. Maybe let me zoom out slightly. Okay, it is enough for now. I can make it, if I go to options here, I can make it scaled circle markers, or I can make it a heat map. I can make it, if I change it to heat map, it becomes like this. Now I can save this visualization. So let me call it NYC colos map. So save this. Then I can create another visualization by pressing this visualize and add another visualization. For now, let's add a word cloud or tag. Select the index, and we want to create tags based on count, and we have to select the field based like the field that contains the terms that we want to create a word cloud on. So it is descriptor, or it is like the what kind of complaint it is, and it is in descending order. That is, it will show us the most common complaints. Here it says size 5. I can change it to 10 if I want to see 5 most common descriptor keywords. When I click apply, it gives me this. So we see the most common complaint is loud music or party, pothole, heat, no access, and others also we have. So let's save this one. NYC 311 colos tag. Again, let's add another visualization. So we have what do we have so far? We have code map. We have also word cloud. Let's create an area chart, for example. An area chart, select the index we created. So we want to create an area chart based on count. So in the x-axis we specify like the terms based on which field we want to create an area chart. So this, let's select city, for example, for the different cities, and we can also subdivide the area chart based on other fields. So let's divide it, split it based on okay, let's see what it looks like with this one. First, let's see. Okay, so this area chart. It doesn't look that good. Okay. Or let's create like the area chart. Let's make it, let's make our x-axis, the first one, time rather than city. So change this to date histogram and add some buckets, that is split this based on city. Let's see what it looks like. Terms. So this will be a city. Where is the city keyword? Press apply. So it looks like this. So we have on the x-axis time, and we see the number of requests for the different cities. So let's save this. NYC 311 colos area chart. Okay, let's finally create a time series plot. So we go to time series, and I have some code here that simply creates number of requests over time, and also moving average. So if I run this, it gives me this kind of visualization, and I can save this also. So save this as a Kibana dashboard, and let's call it NYC 311 colos time series. Okay, so finally we are ready to create a dashboard. We go to dashboard, add a new dashboard. Let's call it then here we press add, then we add this one, and this one. I have added the visualizations I just created. This time I have to adjust it. It should be from 2010. 01. Okay, so let me save it. NYC 311 call this dashboard. Save. I can, okay, once I save it, I press edit, and either I can add other visualizations, or I can move these visualizations and adjust them. Like for example, if I want to bring this one to here, I simply can drag it and put it here. And yeah, this is a kind of visualization that I showed in the beginning. So in here, once I save it, as I said, we can filter by simply selecting a specific term from the word cloud like this. It has filtered the data by this term, or we can remove this filter and draw a rectangle over a specific area and use that as a filter. I can zoom into the selected geographic area, so it shows me every visualization here updates to the based on the filter that I just selected. So I can filter based on word clouds, or by selecting a geographic area, or I can also simply do here a rectangular area and filter to that time window, and everything updates accordingly. Or I can also, let me adjust this time window, 2010 01 to the whole, let me use the whole time, the whole data set. I'm just displaying the visualization for the whole data set. Okay, so I can also search here any terms I want. If I search heat, for example, and press apply, we see our visualizations update based on our selection. So we have heat here, heat related, heat plant. Maybe in this apartment only, it is also related with some kind of heat problem. And the other thing we did was we filtered for the Hurricane Sandy time window. So it was from 2012 10/22 to 2012 11 how to remove this sheet. So we see the problems during the Hurricane Sandy, where these problems like branch or limb has fallen down, branch cracked and will fall, tree leaning or uprooted, things like that. These are problems that are related with storms or with hurricanes. So in this part of the Elasticsearch Kibana tutorial, we installed Elasticsearch, Logstash, and the Kibana, also XPack, and then we downloaded data and ingested data to Elasticsearch using Logstash, and we created simple Tableau visualizations and a dashboard. In the next part of the Elasticsearch Kibana tutorial series, I will come with other kinds